I do know where to start, and I did my homework.
Go on.
If you guys haven't talked about it, watch that SHANG-CHI movie.
Oh yeah.
What?
Have you seen it?
SHANG-CHI.
Who's SHANG-CHI?
Whatever.
I love SHANG-CHI, man.
SHANG-CHI movie. Is it? I forgot his name. Is it SHANG-CHI?
He made
SHANG-CHI,
clothes
bro.
back in the 90s.
Oh, bro, SHANG-CHI has a classic
SHANG-CHI
album,
was the
man.
shit.
SHANG-CHI.
Part of Bad Boy, right?
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, man. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Is he related to Warren? Warren G?
No, Ali.
He's related to Ali G. SHANG-CHI, that's a great movie.
Yeah, man. SHANG-CHI and
SHANG-CHI.
the basketball rings.
That's another one for the books for you. For you there, Nats.
For you. So like, yeah. So let's talk about it. Let's get since Disney Plus now allows us to watch SHANG-CHI for free,
SHANG-CHI.
unless for a subscription.
For a subscription, yeah.
I got to watch it the other
Free.
day as well, and Nats also wanted he got to watch it. And yeah, man, let's talk about it. You guys watched it last month?
We did, but I was
it's old.
keen to see it at home because we went to go watch it at the drive-thrus. And a lot of those scenes, especially like
you
the
didn't really
fighting
watch it.
parts, like towards the end when it's like really dark. It's
You're
not
being
the
a
best.
wild thought, eh?
I was moderate thought at the time.
Smoking up the windows.
No, the song wasn't out yet. I was just leaving the door open all the time.
This dick. Oh, bro. SHANG-CHI. What are your guys' thoughts on the movie? What's to start it off?
I thought
It's been a while since we reviewed a movie.
I thought it was funny that
It feels weird, right?
it's super ironic that it was actually filmed here in Sydney. Parts of it were filmed in Sydney, but we were one of the last people to see
Yeah, I
the
know.
movie. It
It's,
wasn't we weren't able to see it until
Which
we
parts
came
of it
out
was filmed
lockdown.
in Sydney? It was all the green screen stuff, right?
So some of the
The building part, right? The fighting
green
part.
screens.
Yeah.
Why would you travel so far just to do green screen?
It's a thing, bro.
I mean-
like they travel here just for green screen because it's cheaper to film here.
and some of the fight
like
coordination,
taxes and
Yeah,
shit.
all
is
that
it?
shit,
I don't
yeah.
know.
some of the fight coordination was
Legalities.
done here in Sydney because
When they had to build the set for Macau.
Wait. Let
Yeah.
him tell his story. Go.
Let
Let him tell his story. I know where this is going. He's mentioned
Green
this at
screen,
least
right?
5 times in the friggin' podcast. Go.
Yo, you're still not letting him talk.
What am I
Let the
gonna
man
say?
talk.
Do a little
Let
humble
the man-
brag.
What am I gonna say? What am I gonna say?
It was
All right,
filmed.
go, dog.
Fun fact: it was filmed here in Sydney. Also, the choreography of the fighting scenes because I went there and I auditioned for one of the parts. Like we get it.
I mean,
you're
that's not
out there. You're like a wild thought of films and shit.
That's not a humble brag. I did actually audition for SHANG-CHI because of some.
Did you?
Yeah, some friends of mine
Sorry,
were telling me
just
about
talk. Say sorry.
it. That's all good. Some friends of mine told me about the audition. Like that they're getting Asians to audition for this martial arts movie, and I knew that it was going to be for SHANG-CHI. I didn't get the part, but shout outs to some of my friends who did. I spent a good portion of the movie just trying to find where my friends are at. Shout outs to Jimmy, David,
Did you find them?
Andy,
Yeah.
and
Nice.
and Martin. So a bunch of the guys that I know are in the movie.
Did they die?
No.
Who were
Which
they?
scene
Who were
was
they?
this? Is this the very final scene where there's like a lot of people?
So whenever you see like henchmen and stuff, some of them are in there. In the final scene, they're definitely in there.
Right.
Yeah, you can see them in there. But that's how I know it was filmed in Sydney. I didn't get it because I feel like I don't do the flashy type martial arts like the kung fu.
Or man,
Style.
when they do a wave Marvel movie or like
The Filipino.
Filipino
Oh,
Marvel
I'm
character.
auditioning for sure,
Me
bro.
too, man. I'll be there, bro. I'm like, I got a resume. All my cheat code
It's
shit.
guaranteed.
I auditioned for Spider-Man
Did you?
Homecoming,
Yeah. Which?
Oh, the guy,
but
his
then
mate,
his friend, and they go, nah. I mean, you're almost there, but
for
not
Ned.
quite.
For Ned.
I was like, fuck. All right.
But like, yeah, SHANG-CHI.
SHANG-CHI.
With good old SHANG-CHI.
SHANG-CHI.
What's your thoughts on the movie? Like in terms of
I was talking shit at the beginning. Like I was like,
Oh,
this is
bro.
gonna like I was calling it out already, like, this is gonna happen. I actually ended up enjoying it, I think, like, I set my expectations so low for a Marvel movie. I'm just joking. That it got good. Like, I thought it got good.
That's the only way
I
that
like
Nats can enjoy a movie. If his expectations
No expectations.
super low.
Zero expectation. It's so low.
Like the only
But
thing you have
I-
to do is be a good movie, and you will impress Nats.
Just don't fuck up.
I like, I guess there's no spoilers. Like, it's been out for like 5 months now.
Yeah.
But like, I like that alternate world, man, with there's you know, the Asian creatures that you
Talo.
see,
Yeah.
but you never see them in real time. You just see them in like, in a Yamcha picture at the background, like a painting,
That's it.
or like a statue in Cabramatta, like all that shit.
Or,
but you
or
see
on
these
someone's
creatures.
shirt back in 2003.
Yeah,
Wait, which creatures?
Wu-Tang.
Are the Pokemon
Wu-Tang
looking
and
things?
Fubu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mythical creatures.
These are all like mythical creatures. The freaking Chinese dragon that goes through Chinatown all the time. They freaking had that.
You know why I likes
Yeah.
it? Because it's the Hollow Earth theory.
The whole
Wait, are you into the Hollow Earth thing?
It's kind of yeah.
I'm a Hollow Earth theorist.
Oh, for
Not really.
real?
I was just
He was doing it to
trying to get under
rile me up.
Don's skin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are you a Hollow theorist as well?
Jules
Well,
Verne.
thought
No,
Christian.
I've heard about it, but
Oh yeah, it's an
all
interesting
bullshit.
theory. It is kind of full of shit. If you watch Godzilla though, King Kong vs Godzilla,
I still
they
haven't watched
really,
that one yet.
delved into that.
I've
shit.
seen the
Yeah.
trailer.
Dope, man.
I love the people who don't believe in the Hollow
that
Earth
is
theory, bro.
scientifically accurate. That movie.
It's like, oh,
Hey, man,
I hate it when
you never know.
people bring up the Hollow Earth theory. Okay, let's watch Shang-Chi. I love that movie. There's another world with some animals and
Something
some
gay
dinosaurs.
that eats souls and
Mystical
stuff. Some
But
guy
was-
with one arm.
So the Talo, the land where Sean-G's mum is from, is that a different dimension? Is it underneath the earth? What?
Talo.
That's in Cebu.
Yeah, I think it's another dimension. it's like Black
Some
Panther.
guy in like a tricycle delivers it.
Yeah.
Talo.
It's when you
Hello.
Talo. Did you enter it?
it's when you lose a game of mahjong. Talo.
Hello. Straight up
This is
lost.
a bunch of losers, bro.
Oh man.
Bro, we're never gonna get through this review, bro.
Yeah. that's-
Yo,
But
fuck
no,
the
you were
review,
saying
man.
you enjoyed the movie. You had low expectations and enjoyed the movie. Nats?
Yeah, pretty much. But no, I ended up liking it. I like the dragon, I thought
That
it was
is a
sick.
sick scene though when that shit comes out.
Yeah.
We're like,
Bro.
I just
oh,
don't get
fuck.
it. I don't get it, right? There's so much emphasis on him, like, you know, being the hero coming up. At the end, the real hero was the dragon.
That's
The
it.
dragon wasn't there. What was the point?
Well,
It's like Dragon Ball Z, man.
Wasn't the real
Needed
hero
him to wake it up.
Aquafina?
Who's Aquafina?
No, the real hero is all the Asians who got to experience their representation on film.
Yeah.
We're the real winners.
Respect, bro. Props.
We are the real winners in
We're
it.
the real winners.
You are, all because of Sean-G and
You know
basketball
that,
rings.
like since that movie, I've never seen an Asian person get beat up. So single-handedly stopped Asian hate.
Yeah, bro, this movie stopped
Sean-G.
racism between.
I've
for
never
Asians.
had any racist like comments towards me since that movie came out.
Does
And no
it-
one pulling their eyes backwards in front of me.
mean,
None of that shit, man.
I think it's amazing for.
Instead, we got people doing
representation.
kung fu movements in front of me. Not racist at all.
That's what I'm thinking, right? Like it's
Dude,
great for
the shit
Asian
was so
representation,
over.
but then
Was it very accurate, Don?
does it help the
fighting?
stereotype of all Asians know how to do kung fu?
I mean, I was making fun of it, dude. The
Kinda
chick,
works.
she does all this. She does this fountain move.
yeah.
The
Cracked me up, dude. I died.
Airbender or something.
Bro, the beginning part where the Shang-Chi's dad
Yeah.
meets the mother and they do this little fight scene and they
It was
Yeah.
like
have the
Yeah,
slow mo
it's
and they're
cute.
looking at each other.
I was laughing, bro.
And I was laughing.
it was
my
very.
friends off.
It was.
I was laughing. That was the one I was laughing at, Raph, because she does this move where she just starts doing this.
That was
and
yeah.
To the side, and then she does this move, right? She gets it. It's like she picks up the rice and puts it back. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah.
Do you remember that? I died, dude. I was
like
dying.
pointed
I was
down.
copying it for like 10 minutes. I wasn't watching. I was just doing this for 10 minutes. Like, get the can in, put it back. Get the can in.
One rice at a time, bro. Fuck.
Is that what you're doing? Just holding the
Dude,
rice.
that's
and
why
then
I
putting it
remember
behind
some
you.
of these parts because I was just like, yeah. I mean, that's kind of hating on it, but it was just so funny, man.
Like
It was so funny.
Shiv
It
was
so
full.
funny.
Like, what are we watching? Step Up? Like, what the fuck is this?
I
shit?
appreciated the fact that like you can see where the influences are from that.
Yeah,
because
Step Up.
it's Step Up. Yeah, Step Up to
That's
the
some
streets.
Crouching Tiger shit.
Take it to
right?
the streets.
Step Up to the jungle. But it had
And then Shang-Chi met the auntie,
tiger.
and then she was teaching him the way of the like they fight. I was like, oh, here we go, another dance scene.
Yeah.
Man, I wouldn't be surprised if there's in someone's future wedding they would use a Shang-Chi dance as their first dance.
Oh,
It looks really
100%.
elegant, you know, when they're
Well, they
fighting.
look like they're fighting.
They
and
look
shit.
like they're fighting,
It's meant
but
to look
they're like,
that.
That is so. There's some
It's a
scenes
style, it's
in
a genre.
I can't see that shit going down in UFC. The moment someone starts doing these dance moves, they're just gonna get decked, like just straight knocked out. don't know,
I've seen clips in
I'm gonna
China
dance
where
you to the death.
they you know how they do the wire act kind of thing where they
Yeah.
look like they're flying and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a thing that you can do for your wedding in China, where they film you. You know, you making your wedding videos and stuff, and they get the bride wearing her dress, and it looks all magical and like that romantic kung fu fight scene. So it's a legit thing that you can do. There's a name for it, man. Like
It's
Oh,
called
we got a edit
wuxia.
point then.
Yeah, that's
we
it.
just shat on
Wuxia.
it for like
Wuxia.
20 minutes.
yeah.
Apologies if I butchered that pronunciation, but yeah, it's a genre.
Wuxia.
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 Wuxia. But yeah, it's that style where very much like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, where they look like they're doing aerial acrobatics.
They're doing Let It Burn.
Looks like a looks like a dance.
Let it burn in the air. Fuck! It's Usher in the sky.
I reckon you could put Usher's Let It Burn to that fight scene.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Someone do that, please.
she did the wind bending thing, right? And
Yeah,
then he flew, and it like he landed in the water, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, did I just get a blowjob? Did I just get laid?
Oh,
I am soaking wet.
But
It's next minute they had kids and shit, so it was like, well, fuck. Obviously,
that's how it
worked.
works.
that's potent, right? Like,
If that's the logic, then they had a little incest scene between the auntie and Shang-Chi then. Because they did the same dance.
There's the one gripe that I have with that movie, and it's in that scene with the auntie, right? Because obviously she's like trying to teach him how to fight and shit. He's like trying to punch, closed fists and stuff. She stops him and then opens his hands up. And I was thinking, like, you could have just told him that shit. Like, stop punching with your hands closed, dickhead. You know what I mean? That's it. And it could have, saved him from getting beat up.
Yeah.
2 seconds. Open your hands, dickhead. And then that's it. Easy. They're already strapped for time. The dad's coming.
I think I'll try that next time I'm teaching somebody.
Slap him.
No, just that. If they're punching wrong, open your hand, dickhead. Like that's just see if that works.
I think it'll work. It's very successful.
Like, oh fuck. So that's what I was doing wrong this whole time? Fucking hell.
We love the movie. The movie's awesome.
Yeah, I know.
I like
Amazing movie.
Wait, did you guys
I like
actually
the
like it?
I like the other influences there. So some of the scene where they're on the bus,
Yeah.
very reminiscent of
yeah,
Jackie
yeah.
Chan movies,
Yeah.
especially when he was using
that
his
was dope.
jacket to like.
And it's like,
Yo,
I don't
like
want
the
any,
guy
I don't want any trouble.
that was live streaming in the bus.
Yeah.
He was funny.
Yeah,
He's funny,
See,
man.
Clever.
the side characters are funny, man.
he's actually in the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw a TikTok.
Oh, really?
Oh,
on that,
no way.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's like, "Hey, Spider-Man, do a flip." He does a flip.
Was that him?
Yeah, that was him.
What a legend.
yeah. It could be like
I remember
the
that
what
guy.
you call it, the non-popular Stan Lee. Pop him in every movie
Yeah.
to just
Yeah,
say
that
love
would
that
be
vibe.
pretty good.
That'd be
He's
pretty funny.
cameoing
Like
and
then you don't even
It's a new
realize it
Easter
until
egg.
later on.
Yeah.
What's
That'd
he?
be cool.
What's he doing? So he was in New York first, and then now he's in San Francisco. He's just traveling.
He's a traveler.
He's gone
nomad.
East Coast to West Coast.
Yeah,
He's probably like one of the staff, one of the like backstage staff. And then he just said something.
maybe the
funny.
character
It's like,
was
yeah,
trying to
let's
run
get
away
that
from
guy.
superheroes. He's like, I'm gonna go to the other side of the country because there's no superheroes there. And then he's in the bus. He's like, fucking hell.
Yeah. Can't get away from these motherfuckers.
Fucking Shang-Chi.
I did my martial arts as a youth.
What I didn't like about the movie is that Marvel had to do Marvel shit at the end. Like it could have
what?
been like strictly just martial arts Marvel movie, but at the end they had to be like, you know, let's throw some more CGI stuff. Let's have some big dragons and this big ass flying
The
thing
dragon.
Yeah.
to battle it out and make it a King Kong thing.
like
The one thing I hate about superhero movies is that they build up a villain just so they could just get another villain that we don't care about to pop out at the end, and everyone has to attack that one. So like, for example, Doomsday. It's a Doomsday. This is the Doomsday effect. Like, you build up two characters that are going to battle it out. For this one, it's the father and the son. You build it up,
Yeah.
and then you're like, fuck it. There's this big other stuff going on.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
just attack this one that I don't
There's
care
a big
about.
bad, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's the
fair
thing
enough.
that I don't like about superhero movies. Because you know, they overuse that type of trope. It's like it kind of diminishes the importance of the other villain.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's also because you expect it now, right?
Yeah.
From Marvel movies, that people know the formula already.
But actually, no, it's a bit of a spoiler.
Go for it.
Actually, wait, have you seen? You guys seen the Batman? Yeah, the Batman trailer.
Yes.
The one that's coming out. It's
Yes.
really dark. I'm so excited for that one.
Yeah, me too.
But they're saying like because the Riddler, right? They're pushing him to be more like a serial killer
yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
a terrorist.
Seven
But
type
there's
of
a
lives.
theory because there's been Don will probably know this better in comic books, and I know they've done an animated version. But there's speculation, like, because they're not showing his face, and there's been hints of like Joker type, you know, clues in the trailers and stuff that it could be like the Joker in disguise playing the Riddler.
Yeah,
and they
they're
played
trying
with that concept in the comics.
because in the comics
Or
there's three
in-
Jokers, right? They're trying to put that into like
Yes.
live action. Like there's three
Yeah,
Jokers.
could be that. Yeah, that too. But yeah, they didn't show the actor's face at all, right? Riddler's face is covered with a
He's got like duct
a
tape on his
mask.
face.
He's got like
yeah.
a gimp mask or some shit. It looks like
Yeah.
What's a
crazy.
gimp mask?
like the dungeon mask, you know,
How do you
in
know?
the dungeon trouble.
How do you know? Nah.
Where could I buy them?
Well, there's a little shop in George Street, my friend. And take a left in. No, I'm just
I didn't know that theory about I didn't know that theory about the Batman and perhaps it being the
Yeah.
Joker. But I mean, the two characters are very similar, right?
Yeah.
But
somewhat, yeah.
but one is just wants all of the attention. Just he wants to show how smart he is, whereas the Joker is just I just want to fuck shit up just for the sake of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So it would be interesting to see if they actually do that spin, if they make that like that kind of twist on that character. But I'm
Yeah.
excited to see it. I'm excited to see that film.
Yeah.
Same.
Because I'm
It looks
Batman.
like-
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm vengeance. I really want it to be dark, like a film noir. I want it to be like that.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to go for, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's a what did you say again? Noir.
Film
It's
noir.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Noir. Yeah, it's a noir.
What?
Film Noir.
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 I thought it was Noir.
Film
You
Kawawa.
Noir.
I mean, that's how you pronounce it, right?
Noir.
Yeah, it's film noir.
I thought it
Do
was
I,
noir.
did
do,
film
I,
school, yeah.
do I pronounce things weird?
Sweden.
No, you just pronounce things right.
Sometimes I
That's all.
feel like I pronounce things weird. That's how I've heard it said. Someone said film noir
Where's IKEA from?
from Sweden.
Sweden.
Why
It's from
is that?
Sweden.
Why is that?
Oh, it's
Technically as well. Technically, it's pronounced IKEA, not IKEA.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Are you for real?
that guy.
I don't believe anything that comes out of Don's mouth
And
nowadays,
technically,
man.
like another thing, if we're gonna go pronunciations of things,
Ikea. Sounds Japanese.
it's not Nutella, it's Nutella.
Which microphone are you?
Go.
How can I mute this bitch?
Cut him off. Cut him
All
off
right,
right now.
can I share you guys a story? This is like from over 10 years ago. Don used to fucking tutor English, right, back in the day. And then there was one night, he just, you know, he was saying random fun facts. He was saying, like, you know, the word diet, it comes from the word dietate, which means self-torture. And I was like, oh, fuck, for real? That makes sense, blah, blah, blah. And he's obviously, this motherfucker's just making it up. But obviously, because again, he's coming up with fun facts all the time. And he's talking about noir and Sweden and all that shit.
Noir.
I'm gonna think like, oh yeah, it's true. Like dietate means self-torture. What is this Latin word I've just learned? Like an English tutor.
And it was, I let you believe it for about a week.
Fucking hell, man.
I let you believe it for about a week until I told you, like, man, sorry, that word,
Dietate.
it's not real.
Dietate sounds delicious, bro.
Sounds like a gelato flavor.
Can I please have the dietate, please?
It also came from like, so we were part of this youth group, and they always did this thing where they described a word and then what it meant, its derivative from Greek, like or like this word means this. It's derived from the word this in Greek. And so I was like, what the hell? Why is everything why does it have to come from Greek origins? And so I thought when
Greek yogurt?
Garcia and I were talking about diets and stuff, and I was like, let me make up my own. Did you know the word diet is derived from the Greek word dietate, which essentially means self-torture? And Garcia was like, that makes a lot of sense.
So profound.
At the time, I was reading a lot of Dan Brown books where he'd be like, "Oh, the word assassin comes from hashashin, which is the hash fucking dealers back in the day."
Right.
Like, oh, yeah, so maybe this thing's real. Fucking hell, man. I'm just being bamboozled.
I think it's done. It's all about his delivery. It's very convincing.
Yeah.
You know, Don derives from the word dickhead.
Straight up, that was savage. Is that, you know what? No more fancy words. I'll be straight with you.
I'll be straight with you.
No one's derived from dickhead. Straight up.
It's an old Greek word for fuckwit.
Oh man.
All right. Yo. Welcome to another episode of the Cheatcoders podcast. My name is Rap. This is episode number 166.
166.
And I'm here with my usual suspects of Don doing stuff.
What's doing?
And all the way in the wild side, Wild Thought with his nice hat.
It's a good hat. I
Gang,
like
gang.
it so much.
Such a good hat, man. I feel like,
Thanks,
you know,
bro.
one of those, you know,
Quack,
like
quack.
those girl groups that just froth over one of their girls have this beautiful dress. What? That's your hat to
One
me.
of the girls they froth over
What
their
hat?
friends.
He's got a hat?
He's got a hat. He's got a. Oh, Nats can't see it.
It's
But
a cute hat.
it's so
That's
cute.
all
There
right.
we
I
go.
can imagine.
Mine
Oh, look at
does.
that.
Oh.
So cute. And all the way in London
Flash that hat.
town.
Yeah,
Slick back all around.
Pram in the background.
He's still
Pram in the
brown.
background. And still
It's
so
gone
brown. His Nats blazing.
Yo. What's up, guys? Good to be here again.
And today is a good day because we are podcasting, providing some new content to the followers
Yes.
out there. Congratulations to,
masses.
us. 50,000
Content for the masses.
followers on our
Oh,
TikToks.
50K.
People are actually watching our YouTube videos
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
and listening to our podcast while they're driving.
Wow.
That feels good.
Shout
Everyone
outs.
who has sent us a message, like a DM and everything, saying how they appreciate our content and how we've been entertaining you guys on your way to work or like at work or just whatever. We read that shit, and all the guys read that shit, and man, we appreciate it.
Yeah, 100%.
Shout outs to you guys. You guys are the real MVPs of this podcast.
You guys are real.
You know, like I get excited just to come here and just do some content. I'm like, I wonder what we're going to talk about today because
Yeah.
we never have a list of topics. Something just pops
Yeah.
up, man.
I'm actually tripping out so much at like who actually hears us. Like I'm like, what? You're from there? What?
Yeah.
Man.
Shanghai
I'm like so tripped
and
out.
where's the other place in Europe? The other lady.
Someone from like
Turkey.
Yeah,
Turkey.
Turkey.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
It trips me out, dude. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
man.
Anyways.
I know. It's just like I think, as we always say on the podcast, like in previous episode, the Filipino traits that we talk about, it's worldwide, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like every single household wherever you're in the world. It's just you can relate to that shit. And man, like congratulations to us, man.
Congrats.
And like we have to appreciate it, man. We have
Pat in the
to
back
be
for that
here
one.
to smell the roses. Like some people
Pat
might
on
be
the
sick
back.
of us like patting ourselves on the back and stuff, but on the real, man, like we need to congratulate ourselves. Like we worked hard for this stuff, man.
Yeah, because
I was gonna say we've come a long way, eh? Like I was actually
100%.
thinking about it today. I was like, whoa, man, this is a long way from when we couldn't even get the sound to work. When streaming was such a headache.
that was like
shit.
episode 75 or something like that.
Yeah, man. There was like a
Yeah,
few
it wasn't
times
that,
where
it
like
wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It was not long
we've
ago.
come a long way. So let's start off with the fun facts. Leave the wild stuff for till the middle of the podcast. I think that's a great place to put it. Let's start off with some fun
Little
facts.
wild.
So,
All right.
all the way to my left side is the Don side, and we just dissed him about his fun facts. But without his fun facts, this podcast wouldn't be alive. So, Don doing stuff. What fun fact do we have for this week?
I want to know, do people actually...
White Hungarian.
I forgot about that, Sandra. I want to know, do people actually enjoy the fun facts? What do you guys want to know fun facts
I think they
about?
enjoy us analyzing your fun facts after.
Especially the Filipino ones, the like the karaoke.
It always
one. That was
turns into a
one.
good topic.
Yeah.
And then it
Becomes a
always
good
branches
topic.
off to something else, something great.
So the fun fact, because I've been listening to Smoking Out the Window over and over this week. That whole album, An Evening with Silk Sonic, I was listening to. I've been rinsing it, listening to it while I'm at the gym, and I'm dancing in between sets. Right. The fun fact that I was thinking of this week was that, like there was back in the day, and I need to find my actual facts. Back in the day, there was actually a power struggle between nicotine smoking and marijuana smoking, right?
Oh,
and it was
okay.
big nicotine that actually won out by banning marijuana, because marijuana, there's other uses for marijuana, like hemp.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can make paper. You can make
Make bricks, dude. Making homes out of that thing.
yeah. So there's all this stuff, and
Wow.
it was and like I said, I need to double check my facts, but it was actually big nicotine that went and lobbied to have marijuana illegal in the United States. And because both things have effects on the body, nicotine has effects on the body, smoking, both of those substances has effects on the body. But like, isn't it weird that marijuana only now has started to come and become legal in the United States? But before it was just like, no, this is war on
Yeah.
drugs. Marijuana is illegal. It's bad.
It's a political agenda.
Yeah, and it was because big nicotine lobbied for it to be illegal.
Back then, people didn't really have a venue for information other than the newspaper
Yeah,
or the TV.
yeah,
And when that's being controlled, obviously, propaganda is going to be like, and they did that with the use of racism too. Like
Yeah.
when they would
Oh,
say
really?
like the term "dirty Mexican" was from that propaganda. They're saying this
Oh,
is like,
shit.
oh, it's being smoked by dirty Mexicans, blah blah blah,
yeah,
and it's just painted this bad picture of this plant, dude, that grows out of the ground, man. And there's a lot of medicinal benefits to smoking it, apart from being able to enjoy it. But it's set that industry back so far.
yeah,
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 it's a half a century, dude.
yeah, absolutely.
Man, I listened to that Silk Sonic album differently than you guys.
I mean, that's smoking cigarettes and the Silk Sonic thing. It's not really about.
Because when I heard that, I was like, they're smoking weed.
Are they? I just going off the video
thought it was
clip. And
cigarettes.
he's got
Yeah,
a
I mean, he's got a
on there.
cigarette, but like,
I thought they
why
were
else
smoking
would you?
cigarettes in
If
the
there's
song.
somebody stressing you out, you'd smoke.
You smoke cigarettes too for like stress relief, right? Like you're a smoker,
Yeah.
aren't you?
Yeah,
you
I
do
am.
it for like when you're stressed out. You get a cigarette and then
I do
you just-
like
yeah.
but if I'm smoking weed, I'm not going to be smoking it out the window. I'd probably be outside.
You'd be.
Yeah, you hotbox
But
yourself.
if I'm
right?
having
Yeah.
a cigarette, I'd probably smoke that out the window because you know what I mean. Like it's just like, oh fuck. But yeah, man. Like,
This
I
is-
always thought. I
this is
never
coming
thought
from a
about,
non-smoker.
I never
this guy
thought
on the
about the
podcast.
song. Like I never thought about that song being about weed. Though. But is
I didn't
an
think about it.
angle
Weed. I thought they were like driving while they were singing it too. So I was like, oh, you can't smoke weed and drive.
I just took it as in like someone just stressing you out and you smoke no matter what the window is, car window, house
Yeah.
window. You just smoke
Yeah,
that
that's
shit.
true.
That's fair.
true.
I guess it wasn't really a specific window, so it's open for interpretation.
I love how we're like
Yeah, no,
He
we've
was
got,
analyzing
analyzing
this
it,
shit.
breaking it down.
what kind of weed were they smoking?
What kind of window they're smoking out of?
It kind of makes sense though. Like, I mean, it sounds to me like in the song, his bitch is like stressing him out, so he's probably having a cigarette because
Yeah.
like fuck this bitch got me paying the rent.
Have you ever actually been going out with someone to that point that you feel like making a song about it? I guess so. We all
Here
do.
we
Wait, what are you talking about? We're artists.
Yeah,
We're
what am I talking
artists.
about? Half my catalog is that. What am I talking about?
I mean, yeah, they say that the best like music
The best
comes
art
from
is pain,
heartbreak.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any sort of pain, turn that into music and turn to gold.
Yeah.
Can I tell you guys though, like since like being on here and the way, like hearing the way you guys listen to music, it's fucking changed like the way I listen to shit now.
Perception.
Like,
You know
even
why,
like
bro?
this
You're
album,
thinking
dude.
like an artist now.
See, that's the thing. Like, so for example, the album, right? Again, like before, I used to just go, "Oh yeah, I listen to that one song and I like that shit." And then now it's like listening to the song, it's like, "Oh fuck, there's like a mad flow on."
Sequencing.
Yeah, that and also
Yeah.
the way that the one of the things that I picked up on, like this whole album, right? The way that it's produced, it's like there's no particular sound that's annoying. You know what I mean? Like, so you hear a song and shit. There could be like this, like one particular sounds like fucking just stands out over the other.
Yeah.
It's like instruments or whatever. But throughout
all
this whole
flows,
thing,
right?
everything's like nice. There's no annoying bit to it.
Yeah.
Like everything's just a fucking pleasant.
It's where it should
experience
be,
the whole
kind of
time.
thing.
You know?
All the sounds are there where it should be.
Yeah, and it's weird. Like say there was this one song that it starts off like it's like a rainy kind of mood.
Yeah, the ambiance.
Yeah, and man,
Ambiance.
things like that, bro. Before I just would have thought like, oh, that's pretty cool. It goes on with the meaning of the song and shit.
Yeah.
But I didn't really pick up on the intention of the fucking music and shit.
Oh, we're
It's a
making you
very-
a better.
Oh, bro.
listener.
It's a
I'm actually
very,
not
very
feel
well
good
put
that
together
you-
album.
Oh no, I was just saying. I feel kind of good that we have that effect. I think our listeners have that effect as well. When Grub's like, I like how you guys do the music breakdowns, but I don't think we never really. I think it's just because we naturally just go into that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool that you're like, like you said, it's changed how you listen to music.
Yeah,
it's
man.
just, it's really dope that
What's your thoughts on the Silk Sonic album, Don? Since you're you're a music guy,
Silk.
and this is kind of like up your alley as well.
I like the fact that the genre that they're emulating, or the genre that they're influenced by, is the 1970s, right? That funk, that disco vibe, and you can hear a lot of the influences, like Barry White, the Luther Vandross, all of that stuff is in there, and I love the fact that they are able to take that genre and make things that sound like classics, but not like copying. It's such a fine line to walk where they're making music, but it's not. It's new. It's like taking that genre and making it new, not just copying.
Yeah.
Like copy and paste that genre.
Yeah, and
You
to
know
a
what I
point that you're introducing a genre to a new audience that are probably not familiar with it. You
They
know?
weren't born or like
Yeah.
listening to
I love that.
70s shit.
Like
love it.
there's a track there that is very reminiscent of James Brown, right? But then
Yes.
Anderson .Paak is rapping over it, and it's adding that element of like, because James Brown effectively was rapping and singing on his songs, and it's when I heard it, I'm like, holy crap, this is a new way to listen to that era. I love that they had Bootsy Collins as a special guest, because he's like a funk aficionado, if you were, from the 70s. So him just talking on the thing, like doing the
super
introduction.
cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That stuff. It was. Man,
They did the 70s things like to a T, as in like even with the smoking out the window thing, because even in the 70s, if you go back, like I don't know, fact check this, 70s, like that's the kind of like the era where they're like promoting smoking, and it was like open up to like the public,
the
where
themes, you mean?
themes and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
like
yeah,
they're
yeah.
keeping it like to the 70s as well. Like
Yeah.
nowadays, you don't hear a song about smoking, like I mean like cigarettes,
Yeah.
like something
Yeah,
like you can,
underground
shit
yeah.
you won't hear on the
It's-
radio.
yeah.
right?
yeah, like
It's not just the audio; it's the imagery that
imagery.
you feel.
It's like a time machine.
Yeah.
that links the bridge between modern stuff into the 70s, you know?
Yeah, because
Even the dance
skating,
moves, man.
skating rinks were a thing in the 70s.
Yeah.
And skate is that.
Yeah, if
that's
you hear a
that's
song
like-
called Skate now, you'd be thinking it's skateboarding, right?
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
then you see the song, I'm like, oh, it's skating, as in
Roller
like
skating.
roller skating,
Yeah.
like shit. It's like it
I wish
keeps-
they still had that around, man. Roller rinks and shit.
Yeah.
Like Skate Plus, remember back in the day?
Back in the
So,
day, Skate Plus, man.
But the songs that they come out now, there's a bit of satire to it as well. So it's not just all serious. The way you see the way Anderson .Paak is,
Yeah.
like just even going like this bitch
Yeah.
got me. You know what I mean? Like
It's modern. That's
you never
like
had
a,
you never heard
Yeah, that's
people
the
from the
modern twist
'70s
to
say
it,
that
yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
so, like now you've got these guys to be able to like speak like the way we would normally onto something that's so as soulful as like something from
Yeah.
40 years ago.
Yeah, that's the beauty of
50 years
music.
ago.
You like get inspired by old stuff, and then you be like, imagine if being super modern, the way that we speak, add a little influence of hip hop, and add a little influence of like what is modern day pop music and mainstream music, turn it into something that was classic. And then now you got this album, and then you have the different sides to it. You have the slow side, and then you have the fast sides with the. And I do like. This is kind of like what Bruno Mars does, right? 9 tracks on an album, and it kind of alternates between fast and slow type of thing. It doesn't go slow, slow, and or fast. It always alternates up and down.
Yeah.
It's kind of like his vibe, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, for this album, for me, the slow stuff really take over the fast stuff for me. The slow stuff,
to
like
listen
Put
to
on a
it,
Smile, that's probably one of the best songs that I've heard this year.
That chorus, bro.
Yeah.
Man.
When Bruno Mars goes nuts at the end and riffs and ad libs and all that stuff, like oh man, I'm like, God, this type of shit, because for me, pain gets me, man. Especially when you're driving in the rain, bro, and then you just hear the song. I'm like,
That's the
fuck,
title
bro.
of a Bruno song too.
I think there was some like makes me think about the such musicality of that album. And Anderson .Paak is a drummer, and a singer, and you know Bruno Mars can play fucking everything. And the musicality of both of them put together with this music, like the Put on a Smile song, I think there's some chord modulation in it. So in the beginning, at the end of the chorus, I think it's a minor key, and all of the music theorists friends out there are probably gonna hate me if I get this wrong, but it sounds like it's in minor in the beginning, so it sounds really sad.
Yeah,
but when
the raining bit.
it starts to kind of come to a climax, and it sounds like it's in major.
Yeah,
and then it goes back
and then
down
it goes back
to
Yeah,
minor.
yeah.
And it's
I
just
like
like
that.
holy crap! Like how do you think of that? Like I don't understand.
I like it because like it takes you to a point, because like if you do the same thing for this particular song, Put on a Smile, if you had that same vibe from the verses into the chorus, it kind of becomes very like you get very depressed about it and very like, and it just becomes monotonous. And then when you get into the choruses and stuff, and then it goes smoothing like you're flying and stuff, it adds a bit more of a dynamic of like a different type of depression.
It's almost
I listened to this song with a
it's
lot of
almost-
pain. It really got to me.
Are you okay, man? Are you okay?
Yeah, no, it was really good. I was like, man, this is art, bro. And then, because at the start, it's like thunderstorms, right? And then in the choruses, it's just like rain, like you really feel that shit. And then the way that they actually sung the content of that song, of faking it so no one knows what's going on inside. Man, a lot of people can relate to that shit, man. Like, it doesn't have to be about love. It could be about anything. Like, there's a lot of people who out there that are putting on a smile, and they're going through what those chords are giving to the audience.
Yeah.
And it's fucking amazing, man. I'm gonna listen to that song, bro. It's one of like that's what I got from the first listen. When you can get something like that on the first listen, and the way that they're different, made it different from the choruses into the verses, and give it a different type of emotion. Man, I want more music to be like that, bro.
Yeah.
Shit, I need to listen to this album, eh?
You haven't
When did it
listened to
come
it yet?
out? I haven't heard it, eh?
Oh, dude, you're missing out.
Back to your point though about like I don't know if because I can only go reference with that song that came out. I don't think it's actually remaking it. Like I think the only modernizing they actually do is if songs back then were recorded now, it's like really cleaning some of the sounds. If that makes sense, I don't know.
Yeah, it feels like remastered.
Do you know what I mean?
Because like back in
Yeah.
the day, the sound
Remastered.
is
Yeah, I don't think
completely
they're
different.
adding anything different. Like they're not putting like,
I'd love to see.
you know,
Yeah.
like electro or whatever.
I'd
it is.
love to see what their
It sounds
production's
so
like.
clean and
Yeah.
it has the same soul that it had back then. I think that's what's being captured, like capturing that essence.
Yeah.
Is what they're doing.
I'd love to see their production of how they recorded the album, because back in the 70s, you would get into a room, play the song all the way through with the entire band.
Yeah.
They would mic everything up,
Yeah.
and then
It would be all analog too,
that would
so
be-
the
yeah.
analog sounds
That would be the
different,
recording.
right? It's all recorded sound.
How everyone's separated and
yeah. So you separate.
Now
the-
it's all tracked.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why it's so clean, though. But they also still captured that. I don't know.
The
There's
live
something about
sound.
it. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds sick.
Yeah.
And there's one thing that the album really showcases is that no one is trying to outshine the other person.
yeah.
Between
Yeah,
Anderson .Paak
they complement each other.
and
They're so
Bruno
different
Mars,
too.
the fact that they really complement each other, they really lean on it, because like you can get some, especially in the hip hop world, right? If you have like a duo album, they're gonna try and
Super
outdo
groups.
each other. Like that's kind of the vibe and the competitive nature of hip hop.
Yep.
But with these two guys, they really complement each other and let each other do their own thing, because like we know that Bruno Mars has the voice. He's the one that could really hit those voices and really take you to those places.
Yeah.
And Anderson .Paak has the raspy lower tones as well as the rhythmic kind of singing.
Yep.
And then like Bruno Mars can do that too. And then Anderson .Paak can actually hit some high notes as well. But they let
They
them
stay
being
there.
together, it's kind of like, all right, cool. Now you can just focus on what you can do best, and I could do what I'll focus
Yeah.
on what I could do best.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that stuff. We'll just create some art. Like they
Yo,
really complement
that's
each other, bro.
Gogeta, bro.
And the-
That's
it,
Gogeta. That's Gogeta.
Sometimes I'm like, listen to it. It's just so seamless. It's like one person to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
It's
so
good. It's good that the singles that they chose for the album. So trying to remember, Leave the Door Open,
Skate, and Smoking Out the Window.
They've
gotta
got
listen to
good
it, man.
ratios of their like contribution to the songs.
I really hope that I really wish that's the only like gripe I have. I wish they didn't release 3 singles. I wish they released 2 singles, and then when the album
Why?
came out, they released another one, because like it kind of
did they do?
ruined my experience in a way of like, all right, now I'm going through the album. It's like now I know Skate's gonna be next, and that's one more song after that. You know, like it's kind of like I've already heard a third of the album. If you're gonna do a 9 song album, don't release a
Yeah,
third of it
gotcha.
already by singles.
Right.
You know, like kind of
Hey,
ruins
as
the experience.
on that subject of albums, though, Raf, particularly you, because I know you're an album guy. Does it sound like a full, like minus the fact you heard like
Yeah,
3/4 of
does.
it? Does it sound like a complete solid album? Like, ooh,
It's solid.
like it all comes together.
Like if you look,
yeah, well, listen to
as
it now,
a
man.
Bruno Mars fan, like this is what
Yeah.
Bruno Mars does: 9 songs, and then he
Albums,
bounces.
yeah.
That's the best thing about him. Like he just gets the
Yeah.
best 9 songs he recorded onto an album that really flow
Yeah.
together and speak like really sync up. And then he just bounces. You don't need to get a fucking like 20 plus
Yeah.
track
Yeah.
album, you know?
With his last album, 24 Karat, he did the thing of 2 singles, right? And then the rest was. in the
Yeah,
album.
24
Versace.
Karat
Yeah,
and
with 12
Versace on the floor.
And that's it, right?
Yeah, that was it. Hey, was there another one? Might be the
There's
same.
a-
What's it called?
I can't remember.
I can't remember the song. There were 3. There were 3 singles.
But that third one was after the
Was
release.
it
Right?
after?
Finesse? No.
Yeah, Finesse was.
Oh, with
Oh.
Cardi B.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that was after the release of the
Yeah.
album, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that-
I really like that
So it was
that
another
kind
one,
of releasing, but releasing 3 already before the album drop, I think
Right.
was a bit too much, because that's already a third of the album. And then what do you call it? If you minus the intro, that's already that's already gone.
Yo, this album is like dripping with confidence. Bruno's got his shirt
Bro, it's
unbuttoned.
a sexy album, bro.
It
is,
is.
man.
It's a
I mean,
sexy album.
the pictures in the Spotify, like that's confidence for men.
Confidence for men.
Oh,
You
man.
know, Bootsy Collins was like, I don't stutter, but you did do it to
Do
me.
it to-
Is that a line? Oh man, that's sick.
Oh, dude, you're gonna enjoy the album. Trust me.
That's
Trust
Yeah,
me.
man.
Bro.
And the other thing as well, like the other thing as well with that album, like obviously in the 70s, like drugs were prevalent, and that last
Cocaine,
song, the last
to be.
song was, I think the lyric is, "I took something to get here," and like right at the end, and that's because the song is called "Blast Off," right?
Right.
Yeah, because they're getting
What did,
high.
what did he take? I'm curious though.
Huh?
What did he take?
They
him?
don't. They
That's
don't
what I'm
say, but
curious
then
about.
they leave that open. They leave that door
Ominous.
Yeah,
open.
man.
Yeah.
That's the art,
Ominous.
man. You can interpret the way you want. You can see if it's like going,
Yeah.
if you're taking drugs, or if you're ejaculating,
'Cause it goes-
or like
Maybe he took some
anything, man.
happy pills.
it could be just
The
coffee.
I
rise
mean,
in
it was
pills.
the 70s, so
Yeah, could be like
70s was a
LSD
wild
or
time.
If I was a person who lived through the 70s and listening to that song again, it would remind me and tell my kids. I'll tell my kids about how fly I was when I was young. does your dads do that? Like,
no, my dad, my granddad did. I remember he used to tell me stories and that. My uncle, he used to like. I think it's more. It's been validated too. Like I told you guys 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago now. I went to Philippines for my Lola's funeral, and obviously, you got family flying in from all over the place, and my uncle was there as well, and he was the one that always had that back in the days, man, like had all the girls and stuff.
yeah, there's
Yeah,
always that
like,
one
it's always
person
the
or a
one
couple
Tito,
of
man.
yeah.
When I mean, I found out from my cousins, like, oh yeah, like he's not bush, and like he was
Yeah,
up to some shit back in the day, man. Like to the point of like I don't think I'm allowed to say on here, like, but
You can say it anyway.
Indiscretions.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't
No,
think
no,
I'm allowed
I
to
mean,
say
it's
it.
just-
I'm
but
gonna
I'll
say
say
it
it
real
anyway.
quick.
The thing about like, so in 2001, my granddad had his funeral there, and his procession looked like it was like Sons of Anarchy was following his
Wow.
thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because that
yeah,
was
yeah.
like the crew that my uncle used to roll with. back
Yeah.
Or
in
was
the
he
day.
like a mob guy?
Not a
Almost.
mob? Like it's more like philo.
Man, Garcia's
Sons of
family is so
Anarchy type
G,
shit,
bro.
man.
You're
Yeah, I was like, your grandma was like, man, that's cool, bro.
Well, this is the thing.
Yes.
Like that was part of the reason why he ended up leaving Philippines to live overseas, because my grandma was
Oh, it's
like, if you're gonna continue on this shit,
Yeah.
like the
Oh,
local
yeah,
government's
yeah,
already
yeah.
given you the last chance. Like they're gonna take you out if you get caught. So you're getting on the plane. Like you're not staying.
If you don't listen to me, get out of my house.
Man, that's
It's
crazy.
part of the reasons why we
badass.
immigrated for a better life. It's so
That's
we could
actually a
actually
cool
live.
reason. It's like we had to get out of
Garcia,
the
did you watch
country.
The Sopranos and be like, nah, man, this is I lived that life. Don't worry.
No, well, see, I didn't
The
know. I didn't know
Sopranos.
about that until recent, like the last couple of years.
That's crazy, bro.
So
It's in his blood. He's like, oh,
is pretty fun at the same time. It's like, what the fuck did my Lola get up to, man? Like, who is this lady? I always feared
adds
her
a whole new element.
and loved her.
Yeah.
Like I always say, but the fear is like it's
Past
like
love.
it makes sense now.
really
It wasn't just because she followed me when I did something wrong.
it all makes sense
It's
now.
because everyone else feared her as well.
It's like, oh, I wasn't the exception.
yeah,
If anything, you probably got like a pass even more.
yeah.
My-
I'm not
Like
crazy.
if I was like, oh, if I'm still here, damn. It's like,
I thought I was being a little bitch the whole time. Turns out everyone was being a little bitch.
Turns out I'm a hard guy.
turns out I'm a
Turns out I'm a gangster.
my
gangster.
my dad never he doesn't brag about stuff because, and I think like he always said to me when I was younger, like, don't be boastful, that kind of stuff, right? But other people would kind of do it for him. I remember there was a party where there was a slideshow and there was a photo of a guy and he was surrounded by like all of these girls, and I'm like, who's that? Asked my auntie and my auntie about who that is, and he's like, that's your dad.
Yeah.
He's surrounded by
Oh,
all of
no.
his girlfriends. And I looked at my dad, he just kind of just gives me this like knowing nod. He's like, yeah.
Humble flex.
The humble flex.
brag.
He's like, yeah.
That's even cooler, I reckon.
That's pretty cool.
It's someone else
I
is
like
doing
that.
it for you. Right?
Yeah. To be
Yeah,
cool, so
that's
someone has
the-
to say
that's the
that you're
best
cool.
way.
You can't
Yeah,
call yourself
exactly.
cool, right? My
You
dad
gotta
has
talk it
like
down
any
as well.
opportunity my dad has to tell me that he was cooler when he was my age, he would take it. You'd be like, back in my day, when I was your age, I did this,
Yeah.
and I was much cooler than you. I was more handsomer than you. I was more guapo.
I love your dad.
Oh,
man.
And I would play basketball better than you. He would take the opportunity to say that. I don't know, like it's the glory days, bro.
Yeah.
Like but my my comeback is like nowadays. I have all of those boxes and tick them much better than you do.
I got more followers than you, Dad.
Come on.
That's savage.
Come
Have
on,
you
TikTok
seen my
followers.
podcast?
I got 50K, yo.
Next thing you know, your dad opens up a TikTok
Oh, no.
channel. He
The
fucking-
Cheatcoders for sure, man.
Cheatcoders.
I'd watch that shit.
Holy shit.
I would watch that, dude. Imagine if all our dads got together.
Oh,
That'd be so
man.
random.
If our
That'd be
titos
so
and
random.
titas were podcasting back then, like the things they would say, would
Bro,
be
it'll be
crazy.
chismis galore. And it's
Oh,
just
man.
like back talking.
It's just straight up chismis the whole
Talking
time.
shit, chismis. But it's like,
I believe-
they heard that.
I believe
It's
all
public,
Filipinos
hala.
are podcasters, man. Because the way they chismis, bro.
Yeah.
Like we're just lucky enough to
Private
figure the roadcaster out.
Let's find a way to incriminate ourselves real quick.
Let's find a way to talk about other people on a platform.
I like the fact that like
Hilarious.
so when my dad gets a chance to talk about something, right? I know that I've heard this story before like hundreds and hundreds of times, all of his stories, right? But now I've gotten to a point where I'm just like, I'm gonna let him talk his shit. Like I'm just wanting to talk it
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you
want to.
it's his time to shine. You know what I mean? Like that's his. He doesn't necessarily always get a chance to speak to somebody.
Yeah.
And if he's telling somebody, like my mom knows all of his stories, like she's sick of his shit, like, you know, all of the jokes and stuff. But I just love sitting back and being like, oh yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about your time that you rode the Carabao in the Philippines, and then you went to one of my favorite stories that my dad tells was. He'd come home from school, like he'd be walking on his way home from school. He'd pass by his auntie's place. He'd stop there, and obviously his auntie's gonna be like, "Have you eaten already?" And he'd be like, "Oh no, I just finished school. I'm a bit hungry." She's like, "Okay, sit down and eat," and feeds him, and he gets full, and then he goes home, and then his mom is there, and she's like, "Have you eaten already?" "Oh no, mom, I just came back from school." So he gets to eat twice in the thing.
Oh, what a legend. That's so smart.
I'm like, oh, that's resourceful there. And I love hearing, like, even if it's a silly story like that, just him talking about it is the best fucking thing in the world, man.
Bro, you know that it's that season where we're gonna get the stories coming out again.
Christmas?
It's Christmas now.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of the Christmas season.
It's the Mariah Carey effect.
It's everything that we've been talking about on this podcast rolled into one. All the toxic
shit.
stuff.
You're right.
All the conversations. All the
all the
drunk
good times,
titos.
all the family closeness.
All the lumpia. All the lechon.
Positive.
How is your job? How's your job? What are you doing now?
Why aren't you married?
What?
How many kids do you have now? Oh, none. Your friend, your friend Nazi has 2 kids already. 2 in 1. You
Actually,
in one.
missed that, eh?
Now you got to get 3.
have to get 3 now. Hurry up.
Yeah, why not? We gotta run up.
Oh my god.
Got to
You gotta
catch
hurry
up. He's Nazi sperm made of steel.
That's the Tito talk.
Efficient, huh?
man.
Very efficient man.
I swear, like
2 in 1.
you'd be like, why don't you have any
Productive.
kids? What's wrong with your dick? Like
Yeah.
that would be the question.
Oh, bro, I've had that conversation like for the last freaking 2 years, man. With my uncles, bro, they're full like, well, when you gonna get kids? Once my uncle was so drunk. He was so drunk. Shout out to you. He was like,
Shout out to you. I know you listen now.
I feel weird that family listens to this, but
Shout out to you.
he would be like, hey, we'd whisper like, is there anything wrong? Is there anything? He would like hug you like as if like he's like being a
He's
buddy
like
with you.
concerned.
He's like really concerned. It's like,
The family's the best.
I know a doctor
What's wrong with you?
that can help you with your problem.
What's wrong with your titi?
It's because just because my wife is not pregnant, you just have to assume
Yeah.
that there's something wrong.
Something's wrong.
Maybe it's choice. Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe it's that the condoms in Australia just work really well.
I'm double bagging,
After.
Tito. I'm double bagging.
But yeah, this is the season. I like to call it. I'd like to call it the Chismis season, not the Christmas season.
Merry Chismis.
Merry Chismis to all you guys. We're gonna have as much lumpia and lechon. That's the best part about it.
100%.
And we're gonna have the
It's
awkward
that.
conversations. Our uncles
I
are gonna
actually
be
missed
drunk.
that, eh? Like the family stuff.
Oh man,
I think that really makes it.
Yeah,
Don't
man.
worry,
you-
Nats.
you-
We'll ask
young,
you
you
all
don't
the awkward
appreciate-
questions
Yeah.
when Christmas
Just
comes
to
around.
Make it feel like Christmas.
So when are you going to have your next kids, huh?
Another twins, huh?
Straight away.
4
It's
kids.
Oh,
like,
hala.
he just had kids.
Straight in.
Now you're gonna be the twins guy. Everyone's gonna expect twins out of you all the time.
You're only as
It's
good
like,
as your
oh,
last
triplets
performance.
next, huh? Triplets
Wow.
next, right?
You know, triplets next.
My God, if that happened.
Got a one up
So
on your
fucking
snip, snip for
Fibonacci
sure.
is like
Snip,
3,
snip.
5. Next time you're gonna have 5 kids in one go.
Imagine.
I gotta
That's
snip.
the Fibonacci sequence dad.
I wouldn't know what to do,
Yeah,
guys.
exponential
Three.
sperm.
But yeah,
Oh,
the drunk uncles thing, man. Everyone's got them, right?
Yeah.
Like especially
Yeah.
when my dad just gets drunk with his brothers. Like they just
I
go
love,
nuts, man.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is universal. Like my uncles on, I think it's it's my mum's side. It's funny because, you know, when they just get into a circle and they're telling jokes, and it's the same joke repeated, but then someone says it again, and it's just like a competition of who laughs loudest.
Oh man,
And it just gets louder and louder and louder and
Details of
louder
their
till
laughs?
everyone's like, "What are they laughing at?"
they're loud.
And it's just so loud.
They all
It's
laugh.
so loud,
They all
it's
laugh the
hilarious.
same way. It's always like,
Yeah. My uncle used
And
to
they're
be like,
slapping someone else.
you know how I
slapping their
laugh?
knees,
I think that's where I get it
someone's
from.
arm.
Yeah, they have to. Do you ever see the pause? Right? There's no laughter. It's like they turn around, then they go in a squat, and then they let it out.
I actually do that too.
oh man.
It's like you have to hold for like 2 seconds, and then you let it out.
When their
the
face
best.
freezes with their mouth wide open, but there's no breath.
Yeah.
No sound, no
It's like they
anything.
walk
It's like
away.
they're on
No
shit.
They're
sound, walk
frozen
away.
in laughter.
Crouch. It's
like a lag.
Let it out. It's a lag.
Their lungs are lagging.
Yeah,
I love that, man.
it's the best,
I have
man.
a story. It's kind of like, it's not over the top, but during Christmas, right, we always have the family parties and stuff. And you do have the uncles getting around in a circle, all drinking. But one of the guests that's always at the Christmas house, like, is the local priest.
Yeah.
And bro, it's because, like, you know, the family's like really close with, you know, with the church and stuff.
Yeah.
But man, this guy has the like, you think my wild thought bullshit is like, you know,
priest.
wild, bro. The jokes that come out of this guy's mouth, man, when he's off the
the
clock,
priest.
right? It's like he's got to pass. It's Christmas, you know, Jesus' birthday. He's gonna be laughing along with the jokes and stuff. This guy is talking about like some wild shit. I start blushing.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Or it's just the Asian glow.
I know.
I
But
remember
like
hearing.
you sometimes have to drive him home, right? It's like how
Yeah.
drunk he is. Like he gets wild, bro. This is the
Designated
priest,
driver.
bro. Like,
I mean,
That's so hilarious.
But I mean, the fact that like my family is close to the church community, made me realize priests are just like human beings. Like they're normal people, right?
yeah,
It's
when they're
just
off
that,
the clock.
yeah, it's just that their job is, obviously they can't get married, all that stuff and whatever. But yeah, he can make jokes the same way, right? I think the tamest one that I've heard was we were at a convent because there were all these nuns there and stuff, and the priest was telling mass. He was doing mass, and then for some reason he decided to tell a joke in between mass. He's like, "I have a joke. I was came out one time, and then the nuns had hung their clothes outside on the washing line, and I went outside and I picked up one of the undies and sinong panty ito, and then the nun said sa amin."
Wait, he said this shit during a mass.
He said it. And I was like, what?
I think it's funny because you don't expect
But that's,
it. Eh?
I mean, even that, like, that's still tame, right? Compared to his fucking Christmas drinking jokes.
That is a
Jesus
tell him,
Christ.
tell him, tell
No,
him.
I can't say it because it's almost sacrilegious.
Do you reckon it's
We're
all
gonna get hate.
all the excess sin, and then it's like it just builds up? It's like I gotta just have like one release, so it comes out
I
in a
think
joke.
It's like that Tito comes out of him. Like, this dude grew up in the 70s,
Tito
like
comes out.
Philippines, right? Like Manila, like, you know, all the wild shit that was. He wasn't a priest his whole life. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
that comes out.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely. Definitely.
But I think
The other side.
yeah, I think it goes back to that like priests are just human beings as well. Because one of my cousins is actually a priest, and obviously knowing him growing up, like I wasn't gonna be like, even now he's still my cousin. He's not like he's the priest, he's the father or whatever, you know. They're human beings at the end of the day, and so it's great to see that they still have that sense of humor. I think Gussie and I were talking about this before, wanting to do comedy, stand-up comedy for the church or for like the Catholics and stuff.
Ooh.
This is ages ago. This is like way back when we were
yeah.
part of like a youth group, because
YFC.
yeah, comedy was always part of our lives, right? And we'd always want to do funny stuff.
he used to do a lot of the sketches type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot
I
of
can see
sketches, a
that.
lot of the
Man, you guys got history. I love it.
the what's it called? The whose line is it anyway? Was
Yeah,
one of
that
those
kind of
improvising things, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
And that was one of the stuff that we used to do, but it got me thinking again, right? Like you should be able to make those kinds of jokes in that sort of setting.
In that setting. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, it depends on the
pretty
joke.
tough now,
Some
though.
jokes you can't.
It's a tougher crowd for
Yeah.
sure, for sure.
Some jokes you just
Especially
can't.
if
It
it's
has to
being
be like
recorded.
a. It
You
has to
think
be
we're
like
in
a
a cancel culture,
Seinfeld type
like
joke.
cancel culture now,
Yeah.
but you're just niching yourself even more.
Yeah.
You can't go Dave Chappelle into a church. You know.
But I
can't
bet
go
he
Dave
can
Chappelle.
though. Like, not with his current like material, but you get him into a church, he'll still rock the house, just off of his own talent. You know, like that, his own merit. Like not using his old
Yeah,
bits.
yeah, okay.
He'll still kill it.
Oh, him as his capability, but he likes to get under
Stir the
people's
pot.
skin.
Yeah, but at the same, he does
a
it in a
poster,
certain
right?
way though. Like,
Oh no, he's a goat. He's a goat.
you know who
He's
would
goat,
be
yeah, he's
perfect
goat.
for that kind of setting? I think would be like Gabriel Iglesias. You know, Fluffy, that guy.
Oh, he's so funny. The guy with the sounds. See, he's gimmicky. That's why I think he would work
But at
because he's
the
funny.
same time, if you listen to his comedy specials,
Yeah.
so you've got like a bunch of like comedians like say Russell Peters and they always get under people's skin and
Jokoy.
shit, right? For some, like, you know, one way or another, someone's gonna be hating on you.
Offend.
It's so hard to write a joke that doesn't offend people, and if you do talk about a certain group, it only makes them feel like like you're uplifting them. You know what I mean? He's got like this is an example. Like Gabriel Iglesias has a bit about you can't have Indian bank robbers because they're so nice. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. Like because you know, like if they do, they're gonna be like
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen an Indian bank robber as well.
Yeah, see, this is like a mad angle that he's seen, but and he's not putting the people that he's talking about down.
Yeah.
He's bringing to light something that's good about that stereotype, right?
It's that concept of not punching down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's punching.
And it makes it
up.
so much harder, but he fucking he
Yeah.
kills it. So if anyone's going to be doing jokes at the bloody where the Pope lives, I reckon it'd be Gabriel Iglesias, bro. He's already got.
Is he still alive, bro?
Yeah, he's got his own
He passed
show.
away, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
He's got his own
whoops, I
show,
thought he
man.
passed away.
Here we go.
Oh, let's do it.
Only segue
Stand
to get
up.
into
All
it.
right, cool.
Perfect.
All right. Well, man, I don't even know how to start this off, but
We're putting him on the spot
Yeah.
though. It was natural. It's like we're expecting it now.
I know
That's all right, man.
Like
Just picture us naked.
midway through the week, I was talking to some guys, like we were sharing stories about our firsts and stuff, right? Because I think one of the guys, like he ran into the girl that he lost his virginity to, and how it's just like very awkward and stuff. And we got talking about that experience, not from a locker room talk, but more of you know, a lot of us, it was during high school with the girls. They always had this like fantastical thing of like, oh, it's gonna be a perfect time. It's either at a hotel or at the beach or like underneath the stars and
American Pie did that.
candlelit bullshit. Right? With guys, we're just so simple. It's like, well, as long as I'm invited to the party, like I'm happy and shit. But that's because we were young and dumb. But now that I'm matured, I kind of thought to myself,
Matured.
what would be like?
Matured.
I'm 28 now for the 9th time. So I thought if I was going to make a fantastical kind of first time, like how, like I'd probably ask you guys too. Like I don't know if you guys thought about it, but what would be your perfect losing your virginity to? You know, considering like what we can do now, and what I was thinking was, okay, my setting is going to be, obviously it's going to be in a rocket ship because I like NASA, and Elon Musk is going to be piloting
the
that
moon.
shit, right? Foreplay when we launch. Once we get into
wild.
the upper atmosphere where zero gravity, like you know, fucking while I'm floating. Boys to Men's
you're
gonna
taking
be
it to
there.
another level.
It's gonna be the slowest sex that you ever had.
Oh, dude, it's.
How do you keep it
I
up for
haven't
that
worked
long?
out the
too?
kinks of
You
like
got
the
no
logistics.
leverage to do it.
We're gonna be hanging onto walls. No. There's gonna be gravity there as well that you can switch on and off. Elon's gonna sort out. He's gonna hook us up with the technology.
Right.
Hook you up with some gravity.
The
Yeah.
logistics.
Elon
some
holds
friction.
the camera.
They're gonna set the scene like so. Me and her. The her is a variable at the moment, but we'll go with Gal Gadot because she's my current
She's hot.
like
Yeah,
crush.
sounds realistic. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. And,
Nice.
you know, this is my fantastical kind of.
Right.
In her
If I was to lose my-
Wonder Woman outfit, right?
the Red Notice dress that she.
Red
I don't know
Notice
how to say
dress,
that.
yeah.
But
Nice.
we're both smoking
Props.
dozy does, so we're high as shit.
Delivered from Snoop Dogg.
Snoop's gonna be
Handmade.
there. You know who else is gonna
Snoop's
be there?
gonna watch you.
The no. Well, Snoop is gonna be narrating it, kind of like you know the GGN when he does the Animal Planet kind of thing.
Oh.
So
no, when he
him-
does
Yeah.
his porno.
Yeah,
Anyway,
and
sorry.
we've got. I'm gonna bring Nick Cannon out of retirement. He's gonna be with his band from Drumline. They're gonna be doing the marching band, and they're gonna be directed by John Williams, straight like from start to finish, right from the you know.
You're a really confident man. This is the first time having sex, and you got a lot of dudes watching you.
But I mean, if girls can go, oh, I want this in the beach underneath the stars. Why can't I have my dreams too?
You just wanted to top it up.
So
You
yeah,
just wanted
like
to make it
he's got that. And
another
I've
level.
heard that he's written music pieces that go for about 4 minutes 27. So I think I'll be sweet. I don't know what I'm going to do with the extra 3 minutes though.
Cry in bed.
My zero gravity bed. I'm just going to be floating. and shit.
Cry in bed.
It's like a
It's
bowl
in
of,
fetal position,
And
crying
he's floating
about your
in a
experience.
capsule.
Oh,
Naked in the
man.
capsule
Oh
floating.
man.
Yeah, that's my
That's so sick.
fantasy.
So it's in space with Snoop Dogg narrating it.
Narrating.
John Williams
That's
like
wild.
directing it.
That is
The
wild.
Cymbals
drumline
at the end.
band.
Oh,
Nick Cannon there,
man.
even though you know he just portrayed a drumline character. He's just going to be there with a real
But
drum
he's
line.
doing his drum thing.
He's
as well.
holding the drumsticks like this.
And as you climax,
Yeah.
they drop the sticks,
He's the one's got a cross, like it's holding a cross.
but they don't drop really because the it's in space.
Zero gravity.
They drop upwards.
Oh man, that's wild.
But like, how about you,
That's
Don?
so
What's your ideal like losing your virginity situation?
Oh
It's just gonna be
man.
like,
What
as
would
long
you
as
do?
I'm with the woman that I love, it doesn't matter where I am. It's all about the connection.
Oh man.
Did you know connection derived from the word of "I love you"? It's all candlelight bullshit with like Babyface
man.
playing in the background.
Your stolen candy cane.
It's just his dick as a candy cane.
I dipped it in the dirt, babe.
I stole this dick from someone
Yeah.
else.
From someone's house.
I just yonked it from the bushes.
What is that?
You gotta
Brian?
listen to the previous episode to understand that reference, guys.
Oh man, I think I came
TikTok.
late in that one.
Listen to the previous episode.
Now, what's your ideal setting? If you were to relive your virginity taken off, or you know, if you haven't had sex
Mine was-
before, you know, just let us know.
My first time was awkward as fuck.
Yeah.
I think it's for everyone, right?
It was
Yeah.
awkward as fuck, and like if I'm envisioning the my like you know fantastical thing, I don't know, man. I would
Who is it? Who is it going to be with?
oh,
Just
oh.
Galva.
Gal Gadot
Now Gal's mine.
from Fast and Furious.
Oh yeah, you can have Gal Gadot from Fast and Furious.
Yo,
It's all gonna be a Gal Gadot.
oh, there's no other
version of
Gal Gadot. That's not fair, man.
Which Gal do
Is there
you
another
want?
Gal Gadot?
Which
There
Gal
is
do you
another
want?
one.
Anyways, move on.
I'll take Wonder Woman.
Oh man, come back to me. Like,
No, come now.
I like to take my time, so let's circle back to me, and then let me think about it for a bit.
Me on a fishing boat. All my lines out,
Wait.
as in like 3 rods, lines out, all prepared, baited properly.
Nice.
The bait's not going to come off the hook, and then
No eels.
Boo.
no eels, no,
No
Yes,
nothing.
fuck you.
And we're just on the ocean, not the ocean, probably just a nice little river. And then we do our thing by the stars and stuff.
Yeah.
And then 2 comets just fly across. And then I wish upon a star. And then after the deed is done, the lines go crazy.
All 3?
All three.
Fucking hell.
And I just grab them all with one hand. And I reel it all in with my other hand.
Wow.
And the deed is still being done.
What during?
During multitask, man.
Wow.
And then I'm gonna have like a drone
Yeah.
fly over to film it. This moment, it's gonna be directed by Tarantino. So it's gonna be bloody. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
No. And then once we climax, the fish gets onto the boat,
Oh shit! It's like you got.
and it's a meter long, like mulloway fish. 3 of them. And all my friends are there to witness.
Wait, hey, they were there. Your friends were there the whole time. They didn't
It's
pick
just
up
me.
the fucking
No,
rod.
no. It's just us going. Yeah,
All my
Raph.
friends
You
are
got
there to
it.
witness.
You caught it, man.
Everyone
I'm
else
holding the
caught
fish up like this, standing there with
It's
my
all,
abs.
the fish is shriveled up.
abs. And we are the champions playing in the background, sung by El Divo and Wanye from Boys to Men. And the boat landing onto the dock,
Yeah.
and me walking, and then fireworks just go crazy, like it was a wrestling match, wrestling entrance.
On both sides of the dock.
And I'm walking into my limousine, and then move on to the next boat.
You fucking forgot your woman in the Jeez.
Oh man, it's gonna be crazy. So
man.
good, man.
Oh man.
We're
I feel like you guys prepared.
we were
for
talking about
this.
fishing, right?
That's what about you, bro.
I have kids now, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. But I don't know, man. You guys are like so good. Did you guys like plan this beforehand?
I'm stumped. So I don't
Well,
know.
I'll probably just have a bunch of computer screens around me.
What are you gonna do? A podcast?
Couple of
It's you streaming on Twitch, bro.
Streaming on Twitch.
I'm a live streaming on Twitch.
Yeah, we can hook up that
hopefully
dream
get
for
some,
you right now.
and then I get
Buy
a
some
million views.
NFTs.
Yeah.
It's all my dreams what will happen. Like I get a million views, stock prices go up, poker machines start paying out, crypto just booms like to the moon.
Yeah.
And all my money's in it, and then that's when it ends. I cash out. It's like
You cash out and then climax.
yeah. After
We
that.
totally forget about the sex part.
Mine's like not even
Other
there the whole
desires?
time. I'm just looking at the charts and I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, and then it's out.
It is.
Did it,
Semen full of steel, bro.
and that's how it happened.
Submarine out of your penis. Missiles.
Yeah. Hyper virility.
Oh, bro. What are we talking about
Hilarious.
again?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I think we went to fishing, we went to space. We made a lot of money. I don't know.
And the podcast gets 1 million views.
I can't top
every
I can't
single
top any
clip.
of that. I can't top.
You don't have to top it. Just,
You have to
there's
top
no
it just
wrong
to
answer,
say
though.
what's your thing. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there's a baby. Look at the baby.
It's Jordan. She's awake.
Hey, Jordan.
Whoa, did the baby
It's your
walk
Tito.
over to you, bro?
It's your Tito, Tito Raph, Tito Jordan, Tito Wild Dog. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 dog. Wow,
How
wow.
did you, wait, did he
See?
bring the baby over?
That's how efficient Nats is. He just talks about sex and then he just.
Is it too?
There we go.
Hey.
First time you met them, right?
Two
It's
babies.
Marco and Jordan.
Oh my goodness, that's
They're so
adorbs.
cute.
Oh my goodness,
Aw.
that's adorable.
Do you reckon they look like me? I reckon Margot looks like me. The one on the left? No,
mean-
the right.
I mean, they look like babies.
And they
They look like babies. Yeah, true. They look like babies.
give them
look
a little
like
more time
babies.
to bake. And,
We won't know until they're like 18.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I think, yeah, they definitely look like me. Steve when it comes out of nowhere. And then, crikey, they do. Crikey.
I want a kid. I want a kid so that they can be the better version of me. But I feel like because I have such high expectations on myself, that'll like
You're gonna
force them to need therapy when they're older because I'm just like, you need to be the best person that you can be to do all
Oh
that.
yeah, you're gonna be
High
one of those
standard.
dance moms, bro.
Oh man.
Dance, mom.
You don't have a bicep when you're 3? I was your age. I was doing chin
I
ups all
had, I
day.
had 4.
I was doing
I had
Chinese
4.
get-ups into a handstand.
That's what I'm kind of afraid of that. You know what I mean? Like, because I would want the best
What-
for them
yeah.
and want them to be the best that they can be. But then I feel like I would put my insecurities on them. That's what I'm afraid of, bro. I'm afraid of like
I get that.
it got really
Get
really
that.
dark straight away.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, guys.
No, just,
No,
just
no,
let
not
it
at
out,
all.
bro.
You're pouring
You know?
out, bro.
Pour
It's
it out,
fine.
bro.
Sorry, guys.
You get that.
Pour it out, bro.
Yeah, man. Let it all out.
But yeah, that's
That's
what,
life.
I mean, I kind of worry about that. That's why I'm not. That's why I don't have kids yet.
No, you'll be fine.
For
I
all,
reckon.
for all of my relatives listening to this, why don't you have kids yet?
That's why.
Because
That
I
is
don't want
why.
to put my insecurities. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
That's how I'm gonna get around that question. When are you gonna have kids? I'm like, because they're gonna need therapy because I'm gonna put all my insecurities on them, and then watch what their reaction is. Watch out, Tita.
Oh man, this Christmas is gonna be so good. This Christmas is gonna be so good.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All I want
That shit's
for
built
Shit
up
is
too,
soon,
right?
man. It's
'cause
just
of the
over a
lockdown.
month left
Yeah,
till
yeah.
Merry
It's gonna be
Christmas.
so good. Merry Christmas to all. Merry Christmas to everyone out there. This Christmas, I don't know who listens to the podcast, but I do know family members listen to my podcast.
Yeah.
And some people might be open about it or not open about it. The things that we talk about on this podcast, like, is a bit on the
Some
wild side.
Yeah.
And
I think it got wild when Garcia joined, which is kind of good. I think that's for the change of things because it opened all of us up.
Yeah.
I don't remember
it's
talking
because
about
of his
this
name.
before.
We made a segment out of it. And now we're forcing this guy to say something wild.
Say some wild shit.
every single week.
Yeah, everywhere you're like,
loose
"Fuck, yeah, I'm
cannon."
gonna think of another
We didn't
picture.
even ask him his feelings. He probably
Up in
doesn't
the
like
wild-
all
up
this
in the
wild
wild.
shit. It's like we never went up to him and be like, "Yo,
Imagine he's
Garcia,
like the actual opposite.
are you
He's the complete opposite of who he is.
comfortable?"
What I love was Garcia actually started off the podcast. If you listen back to the first 2 appearances on the podcast, the things that he said was, "I'm here to be cancelled."
It's like, you know what?
Oh,
we're
wait,
gonna make
did-
it a segment.
Oh, yeah, I did too.
He said that,
Fucking hell,
I'm
man.
here to be cancelled, and then he goes on and we has this segment called Wild Thought, and I was like,
his name.
That's on brand for him. It's
Hey,
just
man.
on
Yeah.
brand.
You put this on your sale.
So, yeah, I can't really. I mean, I'm no Chappelle, but it's like I could never be canceled because I canceled myself already.
Yeah, look at this guy, B Rabbit from 8 Mile and shit. Nice.
I will walk away with my shorts down and shit.
His name is Clarence.
And Clarence has both parents. It's Clarence's parents have a real good marriage.
Be throwing up before we record. and
Yeah.
shit.
Mom spaghetti. Ooh,
like,
I
where's-
can't wait for the sweet spaghetti. Ooh.
Oh man.
Oofed.
The lumpia, woo.
Banana ketchup spaghetti.
The Monk Tomas. Sorry, I'm a Monk Tomas guy, guys.
I swear, like I smashed the lumpia. Like I love that. I would have an entire bowl of lumpia and another bowl of rice, and then I'd just be smashing that with sweet chili sauce.
Wait, you eat lumpia with rice?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Lumpia with rice is weird.
I don't know. I feel
You think
iffy about that one.
You'd think that I wouldn't, but I do. I love that shit. Lumpia with rice.
But I
it's
do.
the best,
You
man.
put banana ketchup, or what sauce do you put on the lumpia?
On the lumpia, with the fried lumpia, I put sweet chili sauce or Mang Tomas. If it's fresh lumpia, I'll have it without rice. But the fried lumpia, I'll have it with rice.
You sprinkle it with like protein powder.
No. I sprinkle my
You have to have like 15 reps
He's
before you eat
working
it.
out. His cutlery's all weighted and shit. Like his spoon's like 20 kilos. He's burning more calories than this lumpia I was giving
He
him.
opens his cutlery drawer. It's like weights.
Yeah,
I feel like 10 kilos today.
for breakfast.
Oh man, I did try.
shit.
I did
He
try baking.
He sits on the bicycle thing with his weighted thing.
Oh man, I did try baking during lockdown. That was one of the
Baking?
things. Yeah, I was baking, and I made I was trying like to make brownies, cookies, and those kinds of things. But I tried it by substituting some of the sugar or some of the ingredients with protein powder. So I've done that to
nice.
make like a. It's actually quite nice. That
Wait, isn't protein powder just like caffeine shit?
No,
Or
no,
am
no,
I
no,
thinking
no.
of something else?
so you're probably thinking
Isn't
of
that the pre-workout?
pre-workout.
Ah, okay.
So pre-workout is like a caffeine supplement that has other vitamins and whatever. But protein powder is, if you get it pure, if it's protein isolate, it's just pure protein. If you think of it like
Damn.
like it's like a milk product. So it's like dairy, but without the fat and without the carbohydrate element of whatever. But adding that into the
It's so ironic when he talks about pre-workout, I fall asleep.
Savage, man. That's so savage.
but
It's
it,
the
like
opposite effect.
It's like, wow,
I think
you made us pretty boring.
I might try to do that with like the Filipino desserts. So something like leche flan, and then adding maybe, I don't know how you would substitute like putting protein powder in it, but
Yeah.
it could, because what I use it for is I use the vanilla flavored protein to add that vanilla flavor into the cookies or into the like banana bread that I've made. So I don't know. You could make pulveron with protein powder.
Oh, this guy's getting excited.
I know.
He's getting
Yeah,
ideas
you
and
can
shit
see the
right now.
excitement.
You could make pulveron
He's
with
got like halo in his protein shaker.
With the banana bread.
that would be mad. Protein.
Protein halo.
Fucking protein everything, man.
My family don't understand what protein powder is. Like the protein powder that I take is just pure protein, right? And I remember being at a party one time, and my uncle comes up to me. He's like, "Don, you're getting too big. You know, you're getting too much. I think it's too much of the proteins. You know."
Yeah.
And he's standing there with a giant plate full of meat, and he's just chewing on that. And he's like, "Don't
like
eat too much
practically
protein." And I'm looking at him going, "Okay, Tito.
Like, bro.
Yep. Yeah, I won't have too much protein."
That's
How's your steak
always
though? How's your steak?
It's always getting like medical advice from like, relatives and stuff.
Yeah.
Even then, like it's like oh, I got a headache. Oh, it's because you watch too much television. I mean, like what?
Kulang sa
Hang
tulog.
on, where's your medical doctorate there? Doc?
I love that
Tito?
about parents. They like to like send their gripes through medication advice.
Yeah.
That's it, man. Like
but the cure is or like their diagnosis is always wrong. You know what I mean? Like it's got nothing to do with the fact, like, oh man, like just say the gout thing or whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's because you don't go to sleep early and shit.
that's all I got.
Kulang sa tulog yan.
Yeah. Kulang sa tulog. What? Oh, thanks, Dr. Mum.
Oh, I got a stomachache. It's because you're always on the computer.
It's because you drive too fast.
You're always chatting on MSN. That's why you have a stomachache.
Stomach ache, huh? Your stomach ache, huh? You're always podcasting there with your friends. Oh my god.
I love that. I love that. Like they'd always find a way to try and fool you into thinking that your medical condition has got to do with your recklessness being young.
That's hilarious.
Oh man.
Because you're still single. Whoa. Fucking hell, man.
Oh, damn it, I have a headache. You
fucking
know
mad
why?
attack.
Because you don't have no girlfriend.
Oh my god.
Save it
That's so
for
true.
Christmas, mom.
It's so true.
Because you don't have a
Oh, shit.
That's great.
Oh, my
It's the
back
same
hurts.
answer as well.
It's because you always hang around with your boys. Always hanging around with your
Hanging
friends.
out. Oh my god.
When you could be getting a girlfriend.
Always going out there gallivanting about, huh? Oh my
Gallivanting.
god.
I love that word.
Gallivanting.
There's never a right answer.
Gallivanting.
I'm losing feeling in my hands. It's because you broke up with that girlfriend that I liked. Why did you break up with her? Now you're losing feeling in your hands.
Oh man. Oh,
That
dude.
sucks, eh? Imagine if your parents like your ex more than they like you.
It happens.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that happens.
Or like
though.
if they really like your girlfriend, like they bank onto it. Like they'll be like, oh, like no matter what happens when you break up, it's always gonna be your fault.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be your fault. You're gonna blame everything on it. Like
And
you
they-
should have had Vicks.
They keep contact too. Like, man, that'll be terrible, bro. Because they'll be talking shit about your new girlfriend.
That's it.
Like,
Yeah, it'll be that
happens too.
comparison thing. Like, you know, Mary was so much better than this one.
yeah.
Her name was Mary. You should have married her.
Where was
Oh, you got Geraldine.
This is exactly the reason why Mary broke up with you.
This is why you got gout.
Because you're you're the kulang sa
This is why
tulog.
you're unsuccessful in your studies.
That's why you have gut, because you don't pick up your phone when they call. Oh shit! Is that why, doctor?
Because you don't pick up your clothes off the floor.
And now you have no girlfriend.
Your arm's broken. Did
You
you,
don't-
don't clean your room?
Don't wash the dishes. You don't wash the dishes. That's why your arm hurts.
And it's like, when you're a kid, it's like, well, I got a headache, and you go, that's because you don't defrost the chicken before I get home from work. Oh man, it's because you forgot to
Oh
cook
my
the
God.
rice.
It's so true.
How's this diagnosed properly, man?
Because you forgot to defrost the chicken.
Oh fuck! How many times that shit's happened, man?
It doesn't have to be medical as well. It could be anything. Like,
No.
damn it, I failed my P's. It's because you broke up with Geraldine.
Oh man. Because you're always talking
that's
with
so
your
good.
boys, your friends, you know, podcasting there. Oh my god. Ah, jeez.
Oh man,
That's good.
Good chat. Good chat.
it's real shit. That's some real
Funny
shit.
because it's funny 'cause it's true.
Like they hold
Funny 'cause
grudges
it's true.
and use it for nothing that relates to it.
Damn.
You only find out when they bring that shit out.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's like a
Use it
passive
against you.
aggressive
They bank
thing.
it. They bank it.
Oh,
after.
fuck, where did that come from? I didn't realize you were thinking about it still. I thought we were cool, mum.
They make breakfast for you, but like they make breakfast for you and your siblings, but they give you like one less egg, like fried egg, and like, oh, come on and get one egg, like because you did
So
not mow
petty.
the lawn,
God
because you did not mow the lawn.
Savage.
well, you loved me unconditionally, mum.
You forgot to defrost the chicken. Sorry, that really hits me because I always forget to defrost the
Exactly,
chicken.
bro. Fucking
It's the
hell,
most
man.
simplest task to do. Get
Just
the chicken
take
out the
that shit
freezer,
out.
put it in the sink. Please just do that.
You've experienced it, right?
That's triggered. You're triggered right
I
now.
really triggered,
He's
like because
triggered.
like that,
Yeah.
I experienced
He's done it.
that, and now I live by myself. When I don't do it, I get angry at myself.
Here's a little fun fact, or like a life hack. If you want to defrost meat faster, you put it in a bowl of water, like cold water. Why are you laughing?
No, 'cause Pulled a fucking fun fact about the shots.
Oh man, I completely missed it. Oh, this
Where was that information sitting in your brain?
Don just finds a way.
One day, someone's gonna need a fun fact about defrosting shit.
Fucking Don, man.
Crying, bro.
He's got one for everything, this guy.
Joking around and shit. Experiencing some trauma. By the way,
Hey, yo, fun fact about that, though.
if you really want to defrost your chicken, like really defrost your chicken.
He's like, all jokes aside, guys.
Get your parental
Fucking
trauma. But fun fact.
Fun fact. Oh my god.
I'm in tears, man. I'm fucking crying,
This
dude.
is too much. Freaking cheekbones and shit. Already hurt, bro.
I was staring at him. It's like,
My glasses are fogging up, man.
Don, the most inappropriate facts all the time.
you just.
Do you do that? Imagine doing it at a funeral or something. Or like at a birth. I don't know. Fun fact. Did you know?
Holy shit, bro. Fucking hell, shit. Don's walked away.
He's like at a funeral, and he's like, did you know for coffins, if you use the wood from Brazil, it will deteriorate better underground.
It's some like just useless fact. No one needs.
Brazilian oak wood.
We were talking about parents treating their trauma or like your grudges against their children out of nowhere for no reason.
No.
And he comes up with a
Did
fun
you know?
fact about defrosting
Fun fact about
chicken.
Fucking hell.
You gotta make a short short skits of Don in situations. Don in situations.
Yeah, my
you know?
cheeks are gonna have abs from smiling and laughing.
My cheekbones hurt.
He's that guy. I
abs are
don't know
gonna have
where I
cheeks.
don't know where his brain goes. His brain goes to places. He's like, oh, listening to
Where does
Bruno
this-
Mars and Anderson
Yo, that
Paak
might be a
smoking out
sign
the
of
window.
ADD, bro.
And
His
I was
brain
just
just goes
thinking
somewhere
about the
else.
history between marijuana versus cigarettes. You're like the Rain Man for useless facts.
Useless.
Oh man. Oh, my stomach hurts. I had to walk
You know why?
away.
Because you got
Do you
too many
like,
fun facts. Oh, it's fun fact this, fun fact that. Now your stomach hurts.
Back on Rain Man. I can see Garcia and Don in grey suits, and Garcia's bringing Don to like, do your thing, bro. Do your thing, man. Did you know? He starts working the crowd.
There's like equations behind his face. And shit.
Oh my god.
Takes him to like a fucking
I'm sweating.
trivia night.
Fun facts.
Let's win this meat raffle.
Don't worry, I know how to defrost for sure. That fact's been in my brain for about 5 years now.
Damn.
Oh god. Jesus Christ.
Oh man, I need to bring tissues next time, bro.
I'm sweating.
Fucking ridiculous.
My stomach hurts from laughing so hard.
My eyeliner is starting to run.
I completely missed it at first, and then when I realized what has happened, Jesus, there was a fun fact for that.
It happens once a week. For sure. We just miss it and let it go for a couple of times.
We're just
But
so
this one
used
was
to
a
it.
bit too obvious.
We picked up on it. Raph picked up on it while editing. He's like, you know what? He has a lot of facts, eh? He has a lot of fucking facts. He's editing. He's like, fuck, I'm sick of this shit. I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna bring this up next episode. Make a thing about
segment.
Oh, bro.
Let's make a gimmick out of
Don's
this.
gonna do it anyway, so let's turn it into a whole segment for the show.
That was your most randomest fun fact. Your timing is
It was
impeccable.
timed perfectly.
Oh, Rain Man for sure.
man.
We're talking about trauma,
Oh.
and our mother's telling us off about defrosting a chicken.
I'm just trying to teach people how to defrost it faster, so you don't have to go through that trauma.
He had good intentions.
You don't have to
He
go
just
through
skipped
that
the
trauma.
trauma part, and he's like, people need to know this
Yeah.
when they're
Oh,
defrosting.
bro, it's just so random.
I gotta tell them
Cold
now.
water, not
I see you, bro.
Cold water, not hot water, guys. If you
I
wanna
see where you
defrost
went, bro. I understand your logic.
Bit of salt
I
in the
understand.
water.
Because what happens is the meat, if it's covered,
Doesn't know what
He's
he's
got tartare all over again.
He really wants to get to the point.
He's got like-
You got AD, bro. Hey,
He needs to
Don,
finish
I'm
it.
pretty sure. You need to go to the proper psychiatrist because it's looking very likely.
OCD in his fun facts. It's like, I didn't finish it.
oh man,
That's ADD traits, that's for sure.
By the way, warm water. Just getting it out there.
not warm water, cold water, cold water,
Cold water.
cold water.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
Oh, bro.
Confidence for men.
Bro.
Fucking hell.
It's always something with you guys, eh? I love it.
It's always-
I love it.
All right.
Oh, man.
All right.
All right. So this
Oh,
is
all
the
right.
part of the show.
We've recollected ourselves.
pick a freaking song.
For a while, I thought we weren't gonna have much of the content that would be to the level of last week and the week before, but
I don't know, man.
we actually got
It was
there.